Would I be wrong if I try to stir my life right? Cause every other night in my city there's a homicide. Would I be wrong if I try to do the right thing and put away the Glocks with the infrared light beams? Or would I be wrong if I made me a meal and shot it back to the hood so we wouldn't have to steal? Or would I be wrong if I caught me an ounce serving 20s on the block just to buy my daughter a blouse? Or would I be wrong selling dope in the schoolyard? Can't afford a teacher, but the cops got new cars. I've been wrong for so long, now it's time to pray. Deep inside my eyes of pain, listening to Isaac Hayes, walking on by. Louis V hold up the 4-5, persecuted on these streets like the Passion of Christ. I'm alive and I'm grateful, you could say that I'm thankful. Been blessed, nevertheless, that's why I guess I just stay strong.
I've done so many things, is it bad to wanna change my life? To do right, I know I caused so much pain, I could see it in my mother's eyes. It's not right, no matter how I try. It's been a struggle all my life. When I close my eyes, it's like a movie in my mind that I can't
Now I woke up this morning, then I stopped to take a look. See, my kids is what it is, and why I'm trying to do good. I've been in situations, patiently awaiting cases. If I handed them my life, guaranteed that they would take it. Ain't an option, so it's poppin', slangy CDs in Compton. And damn near forgot all of the kids that's been starving. With Haiti donations, they ain't rebuilt shit. See now what happened to Calexico when that earthquake hit. The price bustin', ain't that something like a water supply? It's like now who's gonna help out? Everybody gonna die. It could feed and help Africa, but not in New Orleans and downtown Skid Row. Homie, that was just a portion. I ain't saying one's better or that this one's worse, but how our leaders in the country leave our troops in the dirt. See, they smirk all they want. Vietnam was just a fraction. All the Chicanos on the front line, homie, that's been cracking.
See, I've done so many things, is it bad to wanna change my life? To do right, I know I caused so much pain, I could see it in my mother's eyes. It's not right, no matter how I try. It's been a struggle all my life. When I close my eyes, it's like a movie in my mind that I can't be.
And I just what I've been thinking, daydreaming like Selena, or maybe look as fresh as George Lopez in a Beamer. Ever since Villaraigosa, I ain't seen no changes. And Mrs. Hilda Solis, you should really help us make it. Put our kids through college, just help us to be acknowledged. And I ain't seen Chicharron since that Belvedere Park shit. How about that Estrada Cat Chips or something like that? Man, it's a wrap till I bring this shit back.
See, I've done so many things, is it bad to wanna change my life? To do right, I know I caused so much pain, I could see it in my mother's eyes. It's not right, no matter how I try. It's been a struggle all my life. When I close my eyes, it's like a movie in my mind that I can't rewind.
Better days, it's just so hard out here. Would I be wrong? Would I be wrong if I try to stir my life right? Cause every other night in my city there's a homicide. Would I be wrong if I try to do the right thing and put away the Glocks with the infrared light beams? Or would I be wrong if I made me a meal and shot it back to the hood so we wouldn't have to steal? Or would I be wrong if I caught me an ounce serving 20s on the block just to buy my daughter a blouse? Or would I be wrong selling dope in the schoolyard? Can't afford a teacher, but the cops got new cars. I've been wrong for so long, now it's time to pray.
El Vago, owner, operator of El Vago Burger Barbecue, located at 4701 Banana Drive, Motown, Texas, Molina neighborhood.
Welcome to the Volo Podcast, home of the black sheep and the outcast. Welcome to the Volo Podcast, no cap, true stories, what you know about that? Welcome to the Volo Podcast, home of the black sheep and the outcast. Welcome to the Volo Podcast, no cap. True stories, what you know about that?
All right. Welcome back to the Volo. I'm your host, El Vago. We got my homeboy Gabe with us. We have the Calaveras and a special guest, Mark. What's up, man?
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Thanks for having us in this cool ass place, man. I don't know if it's on camera, but if you could see it, it looks pretty badass. The most legitest podcast I ever done.
Yeah, man. You been doing them back alleys and shit.
Yeah, sometimes, or in a garage with a couch and maybe one mic. A little sketchy, little sketch. Yeah, it's all
looks
good.
like a casting call couch and shit. All right, so where you from, man?
So, man, I'm from Agua Dulce. So a lot of people don't know where that's at, but if you go to Alice, it's right a little town like right before Alice, bro. I grew up. It's like a real rural area. So Corpus to me is like the big city, dude.
Yeah.
So, but then I've lived here for shit since I was 18, so I'm 46, so a long time. And now Corpus feels like a small town to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Compared to Houston.
But compared to Houston or San Antonio or Austin. But dude, Corpus is a good spot. Yeah,
I love Corpus, man. I'm not from here, but I like it here, man.
So where are you from?
I'm from originally Bloomington, Texas, man. Victoria.
Okay. Yeah. The Vic.
V-Town, Vicas. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Growing up in the 90s over there, man. It was pretty crazy back in the days.
Yeah, dude. But dude, think about it, man. Thank God we did, right? I mean, shit. No Instagram, no Facebook. Imagine all the stuff you did, that isn't on documented, bro.
Yeah.
Like
when I grounded my daughter a couple weeks ago, I took her phone away and this is that. I say, hey, now you're gonna see how it feels like to be a 90s kid. Shit.
Yep.
But yeah, man. So you have a big family?
Yeah, dude. No, actually, I do not have a big family. I got 2 brothers and my dad and my mom, and so they split up back in the day, and so I live with my pops. And dude, it was like the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
My mom moved to Corpus, and so when I got out of high school, my dad like, hey, you're gonna go live with your mom, and so I came over here, and that's when I got first introduced to Corpus. But dude, for where I'm from, I mean, literally, bro, dude, like it's just there's like fields, and all you did was like fucking drink whatever, and my house was the place you did that at because my dad worked nights.
Yeah.
So as long as you were out by 6:30 in the morning, 6:05 you got out of work, and he worked in Bishop. So by the time he got home, dude, everybody had to be out, and dude, that could be on a Wednesday night, on a Tuesday night, on a Thursday night, and we still had school the next day.
Yeah.
But we could miss 19 days of school in high school, and you would be all right. They wouldn't they would pass you to the next grade. And if you miss more than that, then you would have to go make them up like in the summer. So I did that shit every year.
Every summer?
Every summer we had to go make up like 2 days. So we knew, all right, 1 month, we got to miss Wednesday. And then the next 2 weeks later, we had our days marked out. So it was good though, man. You don't think about it like when you get older, right? But the stuff you live through, you're like, damn, I was like, some wild shit. And here you are, all old and stuff, and you're like, dude, like if my kids did all that, that would be crazy,
Yeah,
but,
for real.
But it's cool, man. I made me who I am, so I'm very glad of where I'm from, dude, and I consider Corpus where I'm from now.
Yeah, same
for sure.
Man, I went to school in Agua Dulce for 2 years. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day. And the school was seniors through kindergarten.
Yeah, dude, no one knows that. They're like, because you have literally the elementary, right, and then next to it's the junior high. And then that's the high school. So you're there the whole time. No shit, dude. What year was that?
Man, it probably had to be like 97, 96, something like that.
Dude,
my brother was 10 years older than me, and I would see him. I'd be like, hey, like whatever grade.
What's your brother? Okay, so one thing about growing up in a little town is, bro, everybody. Like, the kindergartner people and their brothers, and then their tios, and then you're hanging out with their old ass people, and then because there was no one to hang out with. So you would be hanging out with your homeboys and then their tios who are like 40, 50 still partying. And then, dude, it's a crazy mix. So like, what's your brother's name?
My brother's name is Antonio Herrera. Yeah. Man, it was, like 96.
Bert?
No, Herrera.
Did he have a nickname?
They called him T, just the letter T.
What year did he graduate?
Man, he graduated from Pasadena.
Oh, okay. But did he never went to school there or nothing?
I think it was like, I don't know, it had to be like his junior or sophomore year. Because right after I was Dusa, we moved back to Pasadena.
Oh, okay.
But
Damn,
yeah.
that's crazy, dude. A small ass world.
So small, man. If you drive fast enough, you pass right through Aladusa.
Hook 'em horns.
Yeah.
They only have one light.
We have one light.
Counts.
Yeah,
one of
light.
those counts.
Yeah.
One light, bro.
Still one light?
Still one light. It still works.
No stop signs?
We got a lot of stop signs, but one light.
That's how Bloomington, Texas is, man. Where I used to live at was a kid, man. Just one
Dude.
light.
The crazy part is, so like when I moved to Corpus, all the small town dudes, like, so if you're from Nueces County or the area, you got Agua Dulce, you got like Banquetti, you even got Banquete, and you got like Robstown. Then you got even to the Alice area, like Benavides, all these little towns. So we all came to school over here, and it was Corpus, right? And Corpus is big, and so they were all the Corpus dudes together. Well, there was like one or two of us from every little school. So we all got together, kind of like, you know, it's like a prison gang or whatever. You're like, oh, dude, like, dude, we got to stay together to protect ourselves, man. Or, so now I got friends from all them little towns. We used to go fight in high school and shit. And then we all became friends because you didn't have a choice, dude. You couldn't be Corpus, dude. There's too many dudes.
Yeah.
So, but nah, it was cool, man, growing up there. And like I said, bro, it's a small world, man.
How long you been in Corpus?
Shit, since 98, bro.
Since 98.
I've been here the whole time, and then I just moved when I went to law school for 3 years over there, and I moved right back, bro.
Married, got kids.
Yeah, dude. So I got a lot of kids.
Yeah.
So
Mexican.
So I got five. I got 5 kids. I got a 25-year-old with 2 babies. So I'm a grandpa. Dog.
Damn, badass.
Hey,
man.
and everyone's like, bro, you're a grandpa. Like, that's what happens. You have kids young, you're a grandpa young, dude. Like, it's just the way it works. So I'm a grandpa, and then I got my stepson's 14. I got a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 6-year-old. So, dude, I got a lot of kids.
Badass, man. Same.
And I was the same lady, but my current wife is, that's my baby right there. So just for the record, out there, I got listening. You talking about it? Yeah, no. So, but now it's so that keeps me busy, bro.
Yeah.
Amongst all the other
That's
stuff
good, though,
that I
man. It's a
do.
big family.
Yeah, dude. So I get really no time to have fun or hang out, So, but it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. What made you get into law?
So crazy story, dude. I was going to school here at TAMU, and I went to a party in Kingsville. Don't ever go to a party in Kingsville. So I was literally drinking and driving, and I was wasted, dude. And I stopped, and at a store, and I was going home already, or to my cousin's house. And literally, dude, when I stopped at the store, there was a cop was following me with this, lit me up, and some girl was pumping gas. She's all. I said, hey, she was waving at me. I'm like, hey, what's up? And she's like, there's a cop behind you. And I was like, oh, shit. So literally, bro, I knew I was wasted, dude. So I saw the cop. He saw the reason I stopped you. You're going like, 70 and a 30. I didn't think I was going that fast. I didn't think my car could go that fast. But either way, so I'm like, dude, I'm going to jail. So I literally put my hands together, and he put me in the car. And then he took me to jail, dude. Claiborne County Jail is not as bad as some of the other jails that I've been in, but Claiborne County, I called everybody. Back then, I couldn't call nobody now.
Yeah.
Because if you look on your phone, you don't know anybody's phone number, bro. I don't know anybody besides maybe my mom's. But back then, you had to know everybody's phone number because you had to call on the phone. So I called my mom, I called my dad, I called my brother, and I called the chick that I used to be with at that time, and they all showed up. I got out the next day. And at that time, dude, I was like, I didn't know nothing about, like, I'd been maybe in jail once for like, I got an MIP, and then I had like a curfew charge in like Jim Wells, which is Alice. But I was like, dude, not a DWI. So I kind of chilled. And that time I was living with my mom going to TAMU, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, bro. I never had it, no idea. I didn't want to go to college, but my dad kicked me out because my mom enrolled me here. And so I thought literally, bro, like I was going to just, maybe they'll forget about it, right? Like that's what you hope. Like, man, maybe he gets lost in the mail. But nah, dude, probably like 90 days later, I get a letter in the mail. And it said, you have court. And I'm like, oh, shit, like, what do I do? And my mom says, mijo, don't worry. I'll go with you. Like, just plead guilty. They'll be nice to you. All you listeners out there, don't ever do that, bro. If you do that, you're going to end up with a conviction on your record. You're going to have to piss in a cup once a month. You're going to have to do communities, all kinds of shit. And so I literally, like, I didn't get, like, hosed, bro. Like, I didn't get, like, the raw deal, but I didn't get the best deal. I was sitting there and I was like, I was just glad I wasn't going to go to jail, right? Because that's what you think. Even though nobody goes to jail for DWI, it's not your first one. But there was a Navy pilot there, bro. It looked like Captain America, dog. Fucking chiseled white boy, probably like 6'2". And after I just signed my deal, the DA says, Your Honor, we're going to go ahead and dismiss this guy's case because he has a bright future. And, he's a pilot here at the Naval Air Station. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, dude, I literally, like, when the record stops, that's what I've heard in my head. And I'm like, dude, what about my future? I got a bright future, I thought. And so I did 1 year probation, got a conviction to this day. And that dude got his case dismissed. And I thought, like, at that time, like, it's fucked up, bro. Like, I want to be a lawyer, Like, I never knew what I wanted to do. And I was like, dude, I want to be a lawyer so I don't have to bring my mom, or my friends don't have to bring their mom. And I didn't know how to do that, right? Like, there was no internet back then, like top 10 ways to become a lawyer or what the steps to chat GPT to be a lawyer. So I literally just kind of said, I'm going to do this and do that. And dude, I was the first one to go to college and graduate. And so where I'm from, like, you don't brag about like, oh yeah, college boy or whatever. So I would tell people like, dude, I'm going to go to law school, or I'm going to be a lawyer, or law school. I wouldn't say I'm going to be a lawyer, go to law school. Like, hey, is dude gonna be you're gonna be a cop or what? I'm like, no, dude. But I wouldn't correct him, dude. And even when I was in law school, bro, nobody would believe like I'm in law school. If I would go to a bar and some chick would be like, oh, so what do you do? I'm like, oh, I'm in law school. Like, yeah, right. They just never believed it. And so, but that's how I got into law, dude. Yeah. And so since then, once I became a lawyer, I've been helping out everybody so that way they don't have to take their mom to court, bro. And so it's been a wild ride. But it's been something that I've been truly honored to be able to help and do. Yeah, dude. So that's how I got to be, in the law, dude.
Yeah. You were a DA before too, right?
Yeah, dude. That's crazy too. Shit, I was 37 when I got elected, bro, as district attorney. And a lot of people, they don't even know what the district attorney does, bro. Uh-huh. And that dude has the most power over regular folk. Like, if you get caught with the joint, the DA has the power to give you a conviction or to give you a free pass, so that way maybe you learn from your mistakes. And a lot of good people make mistakes, bro. They're not bad people. They just make mistakes. You get in a car, you've had a few to drink, or maybe you like to smoke. By the way, cannabis should be legal. I mean, that's just the way I feel. But either way, like, you get to influence if that person has a conviction on the record. If you have a conviction on your record for weed, you lose your housing, you lose any financial aid you ever have. You're not eligible for a lot of the federal programs, like if you can't afford food, all the food stamps from all that can really mess you up, bro. And a lot of times, the people that are getting arrested are brown and black people, bro. It's definitely policing in the areas where white people do it too, or even people in these rich neighborhoods, but they don't have 50 cops patrolling their neighborhoods. They're not stopping a guy because he has tattoos or he's brown or he's black. They're letting them go because they live on Hewitt Drive, or you know what I mean. So being the DA was I took that as an opportunity to help as many people as I could. And the programs that I put in place, like cite and release, we're the first ones to do that in Texas. So if you got caught with the joint, you didn't have to get arrested. They would give you a ticket, like a speeding ticket, and you go show up to court. And they're still doing that today. And that's because of Republicans. They're an old white dude, and he's like, makes sense. If you're a mom, you got to go pick up your kids. You don't want to go pick up your kids high, but you got to go pick up your kids. Or if let's say you're a business owner, your staff, right? They're the cooks or the waiters. They got to go to work, because if they don't get to go to work, that puts you in a spot as a business owner. So there's a lot of cool things that I was able to do as a DA. The pay was trash, and all the political, like, dude. A lot of stuff some of these older white DAs can do, I could not do, just because of my age and obviously who I am and my race and just they looked at me a lot different, dude. Which was crazy. That's why I'm happy that I'm no longer the DA. Yeah. But it was something that I'm very proud and lucky and humble to get that opportunity.
You got to learn all the back shit.
Bro, I know all the backs, dog. Y'all get in trouble, hit me up, dog. 361-816-3582. Don't lose your case. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, so I got to see both sides. Yeah. How how you defend a case and then how you prosecute a case. And dude, you literally do know and learn a lot more from having to be on the other side.
Yeah, you're on both sides.
And not to mention all the stuff that the cops do and what they should do, right?
Yeah.
On an investigation, if they're not doing what they're doing. But it's crazy, bro. I've been almost a lawyer 20 years, dog.
Yeah.
I know I look young, but 20 years, dude, of grinding and that's a lot of cases, a lot of crazy cases, you know.
Yeah, I saw when you got elected, I was like, what the fuck?
That's what I said. What the fuck,
They
dude?
let this guy be a DA?
And not once, but twice, dude. So, you know, it was crazy. I would be driving to work, bro, and I'd still be like, damn, dude, you're the DA. Yeah. Like, that's crazy. I still don't believe it today, and it's over with, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I've always seen the DAs are always some older man with white hair, suit, tall, and mean as fuck.
And they typically are, bro. If you go to any jurisdiction throughout Texas, right? Because there's 284 counties. Most of them look exactly like you described. And they have no sympathy for young people who make mistakes, bro.
Oh, they don't, man.
Because that is the most of the people who offend in the, you know, misdemeanors such as DWIs, possession of marijuana, and then obviously we have a little cocaine, you know, that's a felony, but all of those are mostly people who aren't bad. They're just, that's the way they de-stress or they have a good time, you know.
Yeah,
but they don't care about that.
No, not hell no. What's the most craziest fucking trial you ever did?
Dude, I've had some crazy trials, bro, like crazy trials where one case I had, dude, it was a capital murder, and this dude had cut off this guy's head, and he testified, and he had like multiple personalities, bro. Like, and on the stand, he would, because one of them was a priest. That was he's like, the priest is coming. And this is in the stand, bro. And I'm like, holy, this is like some exorcism shit, dude. Yeah. And I literally, it was just that was one of the craziest ones, because I never had a case where a witness like had multiple personalities and they were like being displayed in court. Like 1 minute he would be talking like, you know, his regular person, then he would be a priest, and then he turned into a chick. It was weird, bro.
How was that though? Did it like transform? Did it
yeah, dude, it would go all over. And
did his face change? His like features?
Dude, honestly, like you could tell, like he was not like making it up, bro. Like, and he was like the co-defendant. Like they had to base his testimony to see if it was truthful. I argue like this dude is not truthful. He's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So how are we gonna believe this guy? So it worked out in our favor, but dude, it's been crazy because a lot of times people would ask me, you know, hey, were you scared when you were the DA? Like, would you get threats? You know, and I always got threats as the DA, but I get more threats as a defense attorney. Yeah. Like when I represent somebody who's accused of murder and their family members, and I get it, dude. Like I understand, like I'm helping them and putting them in the best position, and of course their family is gonna you know, take that in a bad way. And I think they should. I get that, you know, but that's when I've probably gotten the most threats is from people that I represent, the victims' families, bro. Yeah. Like it can be wild, but I'll tell you, this is a crazier case. And before I forget, so I represent this, and all these names are protected to, you know, and some of the facts have maybe changed just a little bit. So that way we, you know, can get through whatever. So there was this dude and this girl, and there was another guy, and this dude ended up shooting. So this dude and this girl and this other guy. Well, this lady was messing around with this dude. And let me see, I'm trying to change enough so that way they don't know I'm talking about him. I think they'll know anyways. But so they're messing around in this truck, and the dude that she's with sees them messing around, dude. And he fucking goes into the labor like a hunter, bro, like at 150 yards, bro, and boom, shoots that dude in the ass. He shoots him in the ass. That is an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. So that dude leaves, and the dude who got shot in the ass knew who did it, right? And he didn't talk to the cops or nothing. Dude, straight up G. He was messing with the girl, dog. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? No, I didn't. Now don't get me wrong, bro. The dude who got shot in the ass got his payback, bro. They caught that dude at his trailer house, and fucking they cut him up like he was in the hospital. It was bad. And so, anyways, fast forward, that dude has court, the one that shot the other guy in the ass. Bro, they all come to my office. All three of them. The guy who got shot in the ass, the guy who was with the girl, and the dude who got shot in the ass writes an affidavit of non-prosecution saying, I don't want to go forward with the case. And so he comes to the office, dude, and he's like, they're all three there. And I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like, this dude shot you in the ass. You were hooking up with this chick. Then your homeboys went over there and fucked him up. And we're all here at my office.
Jerry Springer shit.
Dude, and they were like, yeah, man, I'm glad we're gonna get this over with. And they're all chummy, dude. And then they're like, and I have bottles there in my office. And they're like, let's take a shot. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? And I was like, this is set up. And so I of course I had to say yes, because what if I said no, then maybe it would have shot the deal down, because he hadn't signed the paper yet, right? So but I was like, fuck it. So we line them up, everybody takes a shot, and I was like, all right, dude. So I get the affidavit of non-prosecution. I go to the DA and I'm like, show him. He's like, what? I said, yeah, bro, that dude ain't gonna come forward. Like, he's the one that got shot in the ass. I was like, yep. He's all, how much y'all fucking paying that dude? I said, bro, we ain't paying him shit. I said, I gave him a shot of tequila. That was it. Long story short, dude, they dismissed the case. So that was one of the craziest ones that I've ever had, dude. Last crazy one, and we'll move on, dude. So if you're an attorney, you can bond people out of jail. Right. So all you guys out there, if no disrespect to all my bondsmen, but if you get bonded out of jail, you're paying bail, right? And it's typically 10%, and you don't get that money back. So let's think about it. If it's a $50,000 bond, that's $5,000. It's a $100,000 bond, that's $10,000. So you have to pay the whole entire $10,000. If you hire me, I will include that in my bond. So I have this crazy lady, and she's charged with a dope charge. And I bond her out. I make the mistake of bonding her out because I think her sugar daddy paid me to bond him out or whatever. So I bond her out. And so now I got to make sure she goes to court, because if you don't show up to court, I got to pay twice the amount. I'm on the fucking hook.
You're on the hook.
I'm on the hook for twice the amount, dude. And so I'm going to court, and dude, this chick ghosts me, goes silent. And I think she does a lot of drugs. Well, she don't do drugs anymore because she's locked up, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But so I'm like, you have court tomorrow. And she's like, I'm not gonna go. I was like, dude, if you don't go, like, I'm on the. She's like, well, I don't have a ride. I was like, I will go pick you up. Tell me where you're at. So she over there on Treyway. Y'all already know what's up over there. I'm like, dude. So I go and I'm like, please come. I'm calling her, bro. She does not come out for like 20 minutes, and then she finally comes out. You could tell she had a long night. So I'm like, all right, ma'am. So we're going to court, and it's about 30 minutes away, dude. And so on the way over there, it so happens that she's talking about her ex-husband, and her ex-husband is with another lady. And I didn't know this at the time, but apparently I represent the lady. And so she calls, and the husband's voice comes out, and she's like saying the guy's name. And she's like, oh my God, is that you? And I'm like, oh shit, it clicked. I was like, this chick that's her husband with the new chick. And I'm like, she starts to lose it, bro. And she's gonna open the door. Like, she's like, I'm just gonna end it. I'm gonna jump out, and I'm driving, dude. Think about this. Dude, I'm like, ma'am, you cannot jump out of my truck. I'm thinking like, oh shit. I'm the defense attorney. I got this chick in. I don't know what she has on her. Please, God, do not have nothing on her. Please don't jump out. And dude, I'm literally driving, and I'm holding her like, ma'am. And she's like, I just need some water or something. I'm like, all right, I'll be happy to stop at the store. We're almost at the courthouse, bro. And she's kind of dozing off. And I'm like, what if she jumps out? Like, what the fuck the cops gonna say? Like, what if they think I pushed her out? You know what I mean? So I'm just, all this shit's going through my mind, bro. So instead of getting to the store, we so happen to pull it right to the courthouse. I'm saying, this is not the store. I said, I know, we'll get you something afterwards. So she goes inside. She got locked up, but I will never take you to jail again. If anybody asks for a ride, bro, you are never getting a ride from me. Whether you're a dude, whether you're a chick, I would never take anybody to court again.
If she would have jumped out and died, you still got to pay that bond.
No, thank God it went. Well, now hopefully she lived, but I would not have had to pay that bond. But the worst part, bro, what if she had drugs on her, right? And so then they say, oh, those are your drugs. Or what if someone were to think that I pushed her out? Like, dude. I never thought that out. I was worried about having to pay twice the amount of that bond, which would have been $150,000, bro.
God damn.
And so at that point, I'm taking a risk. So, but for the record, I'm never driving anybody to jail. I'll pay my brother to do that, or I would get an Uber on the way. I wasn't going to bring her back. If the judge had let her go, they locked her up because she tested positive for drugs every week. But if they would have let her go, bro, I was going to get her Uber back. Like, I was not gonna put myself in that.
Yeah, that's too wild, man.
Dude. Yeah, no, sketchy, dude. So
that happened to somebody I knew.
Yeah, no, dude, I know. I've heard of it too, and that's why like knowing all the laws and shit, it's scary, bro. Because you know of everything that can happen, and you've seen dudes like go to prison over this shit. It's some scary shit.
You were like, I'm gonna need a lawyer.
Yeah, I was like,
In the car, you're like,
who am I gonna call? Like, please don't jump out of my
Have
ride.
you ever defended someone you didn't want to?
So once in a while, bro, I have, and and a lot of people. So I don't do I do everything. It's very hard for me to do like cases where someone's accused of a sex crime against a child, right? Like chomos, dude. Those cases really fuck me up. Like I don't ever want to do those. But I've done a few of them only
You have
because.
options, though? Like options to take those cases.
Yeah, so I can say no to anything.
Yeah.
And I have said no to a lot of times, but sometimes I know that person, right? And I'm like, bro, I believe this dude. And so, but those are, there's been a time where like, I knew I didn't have a good feeling about that person, but I still have to do my job.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can criticize and be like, dude, how do you represent guilty people? Or they did something. Because, sometimes, bro, I mean, people that die, sometimes they had it coming, I mean, unfortunately. But, in a lot of instances, like, in a few cases, like, I still got to do my job. So, like, if you're a doctor, you don't know who the fuck's coming in. He could be a saint. He could be the devil. You got to do your job.
Yeah.
And think about it in every part of our life, whatever you work. I know you tattoo, right? Like, you don't know if this guy's, it's hard, right? Or even the people you serve at your restaurant.
Yeah,
bro.
man, I get shit for that all the time. I got shit for that for fucking. I posted a bullshit ass Trump was gonna be at the restaurant. This is a joke, whatever, man. Fool, you're so disrespectful. I'll never eat your establishment again. Like, how can you serve that guy? I'm like, it's a fucking joke, man. Like, I don't fucking he ain't coming over here,
A lot of people are too soft nowadays, bro.
Bad, bro,
everything
bad.
upsets them, dude.
A lot of sissies out there, man.
But to answer your question, dude, yeah, there have been cases that it's hard to be on. So a lot of times, if I don't like a case, I'm gonna charge you a fuckload. But
Yeah.
sometimes, bro, they'll be like, okay, here it is, and I'm like, oh
Fuck.
shit,
you guilty
yeah,
motherfucker.
That's what happens. That's happened with tattooing too, right?
For real.
A piece
Yeah.
you don't want to do,
Yeah,
and
you
then fucking
hit them with a high price.
yeah, and they're like, yep,
All right.
like here's the cash. I'm like, damn, dude, in full. All right, fuck.
Chinga. So you're a calavera, right?
Yeah, I'm proud Calavera, bro. I've been one for shit. I probably want to say this June will be like 14 or 15 years already, bro.
Badass, man.
And so it's crazy because, dude, I've known a lot of good people in the club, and I've been a Calavera as a lawyer, and I've been a Calavera even when I was a DA, bro. Like, I didn't get out, and they told me, bro, they're like, hey, dude, we know you're gonna run, for this office. If you think it's gonna hurt you if you stay in the club, like, we'll let you take a leave or whatever. And to me, bro, like, I am who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And being true to yourself is more important than anything to me, and not forgetting where you come from. And I thought I would be fake, bro, because how am I going to get out of something that I am just to get a position? I would rather not get that position. And so, like you said, fuck, they still elected me. But I never thought that I would do that just to so I could have a better shot at getting in it. I love my club, dude. I love all my brothers. Like, it's really a family, dude. And
Yeah.
I've been blessed to do it. And I tell them all the time, I will stay in until they don't want me to be in anymore,
Yeah.
And as long as they want me there, bro, then I'm gonna always, rock my shit and be a biker. And,
Yeah.
and I love motorcycles, dude. And I just love riding. And, if you've never ridden a motorcycle out there, bro, I don't know, dude. It's something you can't explain. And I've always wanted to ride since I was young, dude.
Yeah.
My stepfather, my dad had a bike, and I remember being like 3 years old, bro. He would put me on the tank. We'd go from Agua Dulce to Alice, which is about 12 miles.
No shit.
I was 3, dude, and I love that shit. And I would always make him take me. And then he wrecked, got you bad. He fucking got T-bone and his knee got fucked up, and he stopped riding. My mom didn't let him ride. And then my mom and him get a divorce, and she gets with a dude who's a biker. I was like, dude, what the fuck, Mom? You wouldn't let Pops have a bike, but now you get with a dude who's a biker. And he used to be a galloping goose in New Orleans. And so, he would tell me about his club days, and he would get stabbed and shit, and how crazy it was. And I don't know, dude. I saw Bob from La Bamba, dude, and I just always wanted to be a biker, bro.
The nape hangers.
Yeah,
man.
and so I'm still blessed to be doing it still,
Yeah.
bro. And so, like I said, dude, as long as they'll have me, I'm gonna be around,
Yeah.
It's a good thing, dude. A lot of guys, you know, they're all hardworking. They're all hold jobs. A lot of them are ex-military. You know, they're looking for structure. They're looking for that chain of command, camaraderie, dude, and
Brotherhood.
And, you know, and don't get me wrong. There's sometimes there's politics involved and all these things that clubs deal with. But for me, I just like to ride my bike and drink beer and shit. You know,
Yeah.
like dude, that to me, those are the most important things, dude. If we ain't trying to focus on that, bro, you know, what are we focusing on?
Yeah.
Man?
Fuck yeah. Yeah, no, I met a bunch of calaveras, man. They always been real cool and shit, man.
Yeah,
Compared to
no.
some people I know.
Corpus is like our you know, our headquarters, our hub, dude. This is where it all started, you know, many years ago. And it's good thing that, you know, we're still around, you know, we're still thriving. We're still one of the largest, you know, not non 1%er clubs in the state, you know, and so you know, that has to mean something to be around so long and still moving freely and doing what we want to do and just riding, you know.
Yeah.
Now, I'm glad you kind of brought that up. 1%. A lot of people don't understand what that means.
Right. Okay. So now we're gonna start talking some bike shit, huh? Okay. So like,
Pull that.
if you see so the vest that guys wear, right? It's called a cut, right? That's
Yeah.
what typically
This
is
right here?
referred to. Yeah. Your cut right there. Yeah. So, and if you see a 1%er back in like this, I don't know the whole the specifics, but I think it was like the 70s, right? You had all these bike clubs and the AMA, which is the American Motorcycle Association, they put out and said like, you know, most motorcycle riders are good people, except there's 1%. And so some of these clubs put the 1% patch to dignify or show like, hey, we're those guys that y'all are talking
fuck
about.
with, yeah.
Yeah. And so for us, we don't rock a 1% patch because we're not a 1% club. We're all about family. You know, that's what we call ourselves, a family club, you know?
Yeah.
And so, but besides that, man, it doesn't matter whether you're a 1%er or you're a Diamond 13 or you're just a regular man. You know, we're all men. If someone is going to challenge you or hurt you or your family, bro, you're going to do what you have to do to protect yourselves. And it's no different in the motorcycle world or in real world. You know what I mean? If somebody's going to come after you, you're going to do what you need to do to make sure that you and your family is safe or your family can be your brothers, you know?
How many members y'all have here in Corpus?
Man, I don't know. It's a lot though, dude.
Here in Corpus, we have a little over 100.
Yeah. So,
Damn, badass,
but it's just that's Central Corpus. I mean, you got Alice, which is just down the road. You got Bishop just down the road. Kingsville just down the road. Even all the other little areas that we have. There's a lot of chapters in our area that are all part of the Calaveras. And so, dude, sometimes you know when we have there can be up into 800, 400. I mean, it's fluctuated. We've all gone up and down, and it's crazy when you see that many dudes on a bike.
We're across the United States already.
Yeah.
Oh,
I catered for y'all quite a few times. I remember going in. There was a lot of fucking people, man. A lot of them.
And so a lot of times I like to ride alone because I can go fast, right? And get to where I need to get. When you're riding with like, you know, 20, 30, 40 dudes, it's dude, you got to know what you're doing, man, because you're riding in a line, you're riding in pairs, and you have to worry about the oncoming traffic and everything else. And so, but it is pretty badass when you're rolling deep, dude, like, and you just see for miles, dude. Yeah. And so you have different positions in clubs, you know what I mean? Like you have your president, your vice president, you have your master road captain or road captain who makes sure that everybody's bikes are up to specs. Like, right, you have your tires, you pressure good tires, you know, because if you break down, then that slows everybody else down, right?
Yeah.
And you never leave nobody behind. So you always want to make sure that everybody, but it's your responsibility too, to make sure like, yo, you know, you got what you need, you know. There's a lot of dudes that don't. Then some you ain't even got no stickers. I'm like, dude, you're riding dirty, bro. Yeah, like hey, you're asking for it, bro.
Thank God we got a lawyer with us.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So y'all had an event. What was it? 2 Saturdays ago?
Yeah, we had a regional 2 Saturdays ago, and we had a chili cook-off. We had a
Ride the Lightning event.
Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
And some arm wrestling.
Damn.
Yeah, we got the champ over here, heavyweight champ.
Yeah.
Big Daddy from
And who won
Cincinnati.
the chili? It was Peeps, right?
Yeah, Pete won the chili cook-off.
Yeah, I was able to judge the chili contest. Everybody thought it was rigged.
For real? Yeah, I got to judge it. Hey, beans were a must.
Yeah. Well, they all had beans in them. So
beans are
Well,
a must.
don't people say like you can have beans in chili or no beans? And, I mean, I don't know. I like
chili.
I like
One's for
beans.
hot dog, and one's not for hot dog.
Yeah.
That conversation came up, and somebody on state was asking that question and asked, "Does it have chili? Does chili have beans, or does it not?" Some say yes, and some say no. It just depends on
Here in Texas.
Where they're from,
Texas.
Right.
Texas, most Texans do put beans in their chili.
yeah, I was gonna say I think it's a Texas thing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Or it could be a Mexican thing. We like beans in
Well, the
everything.
one that won freaked me out because they had fucking potato salad inside of it,
In the beans?
and and the chili.
Yeah.
But it was good.
I ain't never
It was
heard of
good.
that,
It's not
dude.
bad.
Hey,
It was
that
good.
is right, man. Definitely beans for sure.
Put
So
potato
who was the
salad in.
winner? Who was the winner? Talk
Uh,
about it.
the Corpitos chapter
Hey,
won.
man, we swept everything.
But
Slide.
Nah, we swept
We
it.
put it together, we did it, and we won everything.
That's beautiful.
yeah, everybody
Good
was.
advantage, dude.
There was a lot of people mad, man. Well, I told the other judge, I said this one should win, man. This one had crackers, it had cheese, it had potato salad, it had and it was warm. The second one was good.
Did a spread in jail or
Yeah.
what? dude?
The second one was good. The third one was okay, but I think what fucked them up is they put too much tomato paste in there, and it was already getting cold, so the manteca was already starting to, you know
Come
what I
to
mean?
the top.
Yeah. So it was real sweet and real tart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, chingo. And I try to say this one's first, this one's second. When this dude jump in there, there is no second or third.
You only got one
You're the
winner.
first.
Chingo.
One winner, dude.
But yeah, so y'all won every event that day.
Yes, sir.
Damn, that shit was rigged like a motherfucker.
We also did the slow roll. I won the slow roll.
Talk about that. What is that? Slow roll?
So the slow roll is you race a bike, multiple bikes if you want to, and whoever is the slowest to get to the finish line or does not touch the ground is the person that wins. That's how the slow roll.
So it's easy to ride a bike fast, right? So if you can go slow, it shows you have balance,
tipping over.
bro.
Okay,
And so if you touch your feet, it's over. Or if you, go out of bounds, like it's hard to do. And then where they're doing it, it's not like they're doing it on the street, bro. They're doing it like in a field next to like a what is that?
With a bunch of potholes. A bunch of
Obstacles.
watching us doing the back.
Didn't Fuego drop his bike?
I dropped my bike.
Yeah.
That was on the Ride the Lightning.
Oh, okay.
And that was because I'm pulling somebody on a shovel.
Uh-huh.
And so I've got a 230-pound man behind me while I'm trying to pull on the grass. You're talking about your tires are like slipping on glass or like ice.
So on Ride the Lightning, is it the fastest time or how do y'all do it?
So they got awarded an exclusive award. Y'all can explain it.
Yeah, I don't know because I wasn't there.
So we made exclusive awards.
Okay, so hold on. So explain to the listeners what
Right,
it's a
like-
bike and you got a chain and a shovel, right?
It's not a chain. So
Okay, I see. That's what I'm saying.
So it's a rope. We
Okay.
opted with a rope because it's a little bit softer, a little bit easier on the bikes, a little bit more.
Won't
give.
scratch your bike up.
So we try to make it easier on everybody. We also there's a danger in trying to do this because you're riding a shovel and you're holding on by a rope. So anything could happen. You make the turn, and that's where the fun kicks in because you have to be able to stabilize yourself so you don't tip over or don't flip over and roll and lose control. We actually had one person do it with our national prez, do it with no hands, and that was actually a spectacular sight to see from halfway through the court doing it like that. I mean, that's all ab muscle.
No,
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So how do you win? The faster, or you just whoever
Complete the course.
You just complete it. Did everybody complete it?
No. Everybody that completed the course gets an award.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you just had you got participation.
Participation ribbon.
Trophy.
Not given.
Oh, okay.
Pretty hard to pull, man.
Yeah.
I see the video.
Shovel's this big. I'm this big. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna.
You wrote it?
Yeah.
Did you do it?
No.
I was the first one to write it when we tested the theory out.
I saw that.
And
See, I
Didn't
made
you
it
use a
up.
chain?
no, we used the rope, but it got hot because we were doing it on the concrete. So it got hot real quick. In the grass, great,
You're good.
works fine.
Yeah.
In the gravel,
Damn.
starts getting hot.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Y'all made it up or what?
No, we just were looking up games and we found the game online and
It's a little version of ours.
Nah,
You know,
whatever. Yeah.
Something bigger.
Badass,
That's
man.
badass.
I wouldn't do it, but that's badass.
No, yeah, hell no. They
So-
can't fool me anyways, man.
But it's fun, man. It's blowing up.
Yeah.
Blowing up.
Yeah,
So
gonna
no, no 3-wheelers allowed in the slow roll.
No.
Gotta do a wheelie though.
You gotta
Gotta do a wheelie though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No 3-wheelers.
Do y'all have any trikes in your club?
We have
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
There's
We have.
I know of three,
Go
like maybe
through
2 or 3. There's a old dude from Alice who
Yeah.
rides a trike.
Yeah.
Old black dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nash
Some
rides a
Saturday,
bike. Debo rides a trike, and I believe there's one more person.
And because, dude, as you get older, right, you still want to ride, and so we have some old timers, bro, and they'll still ride fucking all day long, but they might do it in a trike. But there's still some old timers who are on 2 wheels, bro,
Yeah.
like 68, 70, dude. They're still trucking, dude.
And we have
Badass,
one
man.
brother that actually has wheels to go on the side of his bike, so he still rides a 2-wheel bike, but it has
Like
two,
training wheels.
2 training wheels on the side of it. But I mean, he's
It
cruising.
might have to take a lot of
So we
piss
don't
stops,
say
you know,
training
like
wheels.
training
Yeah,
side
we don't
wheels.
say
So, I don't know what you would call them exactly.
Supporters.
Right.
But it's pretty cool.
Supporters.
I personally, I would rather try to do that at least with one than ride a trike. That's just me.
But trikes are hard to ride. My
Yeah.
my stepdad, right? Like I said, he'd been a biker since the 70s, and he was in a club, and he has a trike now because he's probably 74. He still rides his trike, but he asked me to go pick it up from the Harley one day, and I'd never ridden a trike before.
So it's like
And
this.
bro,
Hey.
it was weird, dude. I turned it this way, and I almost went that way because it don't lean. But I didn't know that, bro. And I went, "Oof." I was like, oh shit! And I whipped it back, and I was like, dude, I just took it slow, but.
Did you ever have a 3-wheeler when you were
No,
a kid?
nah, bro, we couldn't afford it. We barely had light dog. barely had light dog.
Barely had bikes.
We had those when we were kids, and
Dude.
man, those we learned how to
They're
ride
dangerous,
those.
bro, dude. A lot of people just got fucked up on them
Yeah.
4-wheelers, dude.
Yeah,
My cousin had
3-wheelers were more
two-stroke, man,
dangerous
that
than the
thing's
Yeah,
4-wheelers.
fast.
3-wheelers.
Yeah, one of my good friends in school, Jesse Morales, he broke his collarbone on one of those.
Dude, I
man.
knew a dude. His family
Yeah.
got a shitload of money because he wrecked on a 3-wheeler, and they knew they were dangerous, bro. And he got fucked up, dude.
So which one of y'all is the trophy husband?
That'd be me. No,
So
it's called Itsy Bitsy.
so how did that happen?
Look at him, bro.
Put some merchandise.
The merchandise, what you selling?
So no, I just happened to meet this beautiful wild little firecracker red today.
Yeah.
Oh,
You better see she's watching right now.
she ain't watching. I don't know where she's working.
Shit. That's the picture right there. Look. Why'd you look?
If it's phone rings, then we know what's up.
Nah, she's too busy. No, she's great. She's
Busy doing what? Working?
busy working.
Come on.
Yeah,
That's
she's
why
a
you're
cute
the
little
trophy
firecracker. Yeah, that's why I'm a
That's
trophy
why you're
husband.
the trophy husband.
I wouldn't trade it for the world though. It's great. My wife's awesome.
Yeah.
She's a handful, but she's awesome.
Trophy husband, what do you do as a trophy husband every day?
Well,
Because I'm not working like 7. I don't know.
What are your duties?
so let me tell you how my day starts.
So you
And,
text at like random times, like 10, 17. You know what I'm saying?
so usually she gets home around 7:30, so I'm still in bed, and she goes and sits out on the porch and hangs out, and I wake up, I let the dogs out. Sometimes I'll go back to bed and sleep for an hour or two, get up, and start my day. Feed the animals for all the animals I've got at the house. Take care of my foster that lives with us.
He's not watching you.
Got that heat?
So anything you want to tell us about that?
21 questions. Right?
True or false?
So usually about that,
Don't
feed
be
the
lying.
animals. And we talk, we hang out.
See how he changed?
Right.
Catch up on her day,
No, my
or
man.
her night actually.
Yeah.
And I'll let her fall asleep, and then I'll take off, and I'll wind up going to the clubhouse, go do some work on the bike, or go run errands.
So you are a trophy husband, huh?
Yeah. Nap time. Don't forget naps.
You know, we've got plans. So you know, it's while she's doing all this extra work, I'm getting all these things planned out for our life in retirement and making sure that we have things ready to just relax.
Yeah.
And so it's a team effort between her and I, but my job is to take care of the foster that we have and still do a little bit of construction here and there with my business and just love her. I mean, just
Take
enjoy
it
life,
easy. Take it easy.
enjoy my club, and just live
Yeah.
life.
That's
it's
badass,
beautiful.
man.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like, what is she gonna say?
Oh,
So I saw you were on that one podcast. I listen to their podcast all the time. It's a biker podcast with Saints Row.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Which one?
Demons Row. Demons Row. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So we had our national meeting, and it was actually in Alice at the fairgrounds, bro. And so it's crazy because so a lot of times whenever we're gonna plan something big like that, I will go and rent a spot under Mark Law, right? Like attorney Mark Gonzalez. And so a lot of times they don't know what we're really doing, right? Because if they find out like, hey, 400, 500 bikers are coming to our town, that could pose a problem, right?
Yeah.
And so I rented the spot under Mark Law. And then they're like, so what are y'all going to do here? And I was like, we're just going to have a meeting, you know? And they're like, oh, okay. And you know, and so they ended up finding out that, you know, the Calaveras were going to have a meeting there. And we've had a chapter there for like 20 years from Alice. So they've known us around that community. And I'm from Agua Dulce, which is real close to Alice. And I know all the elected people there, bro. And so I was like, dude, I got a contract already. So I don't give a shit if y'all like it or not, because I got this contract. And they didn't have no policies in place or anything like that as to who can rent it, dude. Yeah. But anyways, dude, fucking the sheriff calls me and they're like, bro, we have to have a meeting because, you know, we want to make sure that we have enough security there. I was like, for what? Like, nothing's going to happen, bro. They brought in like 12 different agencies from all the surrounding county. Victoria County was there. Clayburgh County was there. Duval, Jim Wells. There was 12 agencies, bro. And, you know, and I told him, like, I don't know why y'all are bringing in all these agencies. Nothing's going to happen. We've never had nothing happen. If anything, we police our own. We take care of it. If something goes wrong, we're going to handle it before anything to make sure nothing happens. And I was like, damn, how much money did y'all spend on, you know, law enforcement to be there? And nothing happened, dude. We had a great weekend. You know,
Live bands.
We had games. We didn't have Ride the Lightning. I'm sure we'll have that next time. But dude, and it was a great time, but at a cost to the county, right? To pay all those cops, bro. Them dudes made like $50 an hour, and they were nonstop. And then they said we had to have our own security there, so they muscled us for another 5 deputies on site. And they were cool though, dude. Shout out to Jim Wells Sheriff's Department, bro. They didn't mess with us. They were cool. We fed them. They hung out. They didn't mess with us at all. But one of the things that we did was invite Sosa Ghost to come down, dude, from Demons Row. I mean, he has a pretty big podcast, dude.
He does.
And he came down. He was super cool. He kicked it with us. He never ate. He's from New York, dude. I think Brooklyn or something. And he's a lot taller, bro, in person than because I was like, damn, dog. Well, I'm not that tall anyway. I mean, look at these monsters over here, dude. But he came down, bro, and he wanted to eat like some Mexican food. So we went to like the Jalisco's, and he did some interviews, hung out with people and everybody, and he was super cool, man. Yeah. And so it was a good experience for me, and I hope he had a good experience too. And it brought a lot of light to our club, and just, you know, that we're here, we've been here, and we're gonna stay here, and it was a badass time, dude. He was a super cool dude, bro. So that was awesome, man. And I'm glad he came down.
Yeah, that's a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, dude, and he's been in the biker world for a long time. He was in a 1% club for a few, I think, a while. And so, you know, whenever he talks about something, it's because he's been there and he knows. You know what I mean? It brings another level of authenticity to what he says, you know, because he's lived it. You know what I mean? But it was cool, man. He was super cool, man.
Badass, man. Shit, anything you want to talk about? In Calaveras, your community stuff and.
Like any events coming up or anything like that?
We have
some stuff coming up, but it's not in town.
Yeah.
Out of town. So we got stuff in Bay City, Houston, San Antonio.
Yeah, there's always doing community outreach events, dude. I know if you live in the county, I mean, you'll see them at the Walmarts during Christmas time doing toy drives. You know, a lot of us get bad raps, dude. Just because we're in a biker club or you have tattoos. I mean, you know, people look down on you, bro. But my experience is that most of these guys they'll give you the shirt off their back. They're trying to help the community. And like most of us are in the gang database, bro. Like me, when I was the DA, bro, I was in the gang database. Like I would go to Cancun or Cabo with my chick and come back in and you know, Homeland Security, bro. Every time I come, my wife knows, like, I'll see you in a little bit, baby. And they take me to the fucking right, run my shit, and they're like, you know, you're Calavera. Yeah, bro, I'm still am, dude. And they're like, and then they would run my shit. Like, you're the DA in Oasis? I said, yeah, bro. I said, can I go now? And they're like, you can't get off of the gang list and you're the DA? I was like, no, dude. And so a lot of us are in that database and they look at us a different way. You know what I mean? But bro, once you get to know somebody, you eat with them, drink with them, hang out with them, bro. We're no different than anybody except we love motorcycles and brotherhood. But dude, a lot of us get a bad rap, dude. And I see that from being a lawyer and just being in the club. And I'll tell you, when I was DA, bro, I was DA for 7 years, bro. And people did a lot of bad shit. And I could tell you that the club did, you know, barely any there weren't many arrests come down my through the DA's office that were, you know, Calaveras or even other clubs, you know, whether any other club, dude. So it's regular folks, man.
Well, that's why I brought up the whole 1% thing, is because people don't understand
Gabe.
the terminology about it and understand what it was back then and what it is today. Yeah. Today, it's not the same thing as it was back then. Yeah. And like you said, we're working guys or trophy husbands.
Yeah, there you go.
Or whatever, you know.
Sign me up.
But it's a lot of people get a bad rap for things that they did or haven't done just because of the way they look.
I get that all the time.
Huge misconception, bro.
All the time, bro.
Yeah.
All the time.
So like for me, man, like I'm a veteran, right? So after I had left that lifestyle, I was lost, looking for something, right? And then lo and behold, I meet some people from the South Side, an old chapter, and I got into there, and it filled that void, you know, for like, you know, brothers, dude. Because now, man, I love these dudes, you know, and we party all the time, we hang out, you know, we eat with each other, bro. We, you know, ride everywhere together. You know what I'm saying? So it's more than just what you think it is, right? So it helps me, right?
Yeah, whenever you need a hand, it's easy to just pick up the phone and be like, hey, are you busy right now? Nah, but hey, let me call this guy. And somebody is always there to answer your call. And it's a beautiful thing to have this brotherhood. Yeah. You know,
and there's all walks of life, bro. Like, you know, whether you're working the refineries, ex-military, trophy husbands, you know, oil field,
man, everything,
all types of people, bro. And you get to meet a lot of cool people, dude. And you know, and it's something there you would probably say, man, it's cool. I get to hang out with all types of people.
Yeah. I know his bike messed up the other day at my restaurant, and he called him, and he got there fast too.
Yep. Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, that's
always watching, man. We're always waiting. You know what I mean? We're always there.
So are you gonna do that live tattoo raffle? I don't know, man. That would be a good one.
What are the requirements?
Right? We're gonna do a live of get out of jail free card here. Live $50,000 bond.
I can't go live. I got suspended for a little while.
Oh, there you go.
God, dang it.
So you gonna do it or no? Might as fucking
Put me on the spot, bro.
Hey.
Jeff Lopez says we should do a raffle.
Yeah.
How about you doing it in 2 weeks? Get some names together.
Corpitos.
But at our rally, bro, we had 2 tattoo artists there, bro.
Yeah.
They were going. They were doing. Dude, I felt bad for you know how it is, bro, because you know you're bent over all day long and it's on your back. I mean, if you tattoo, dude, like it's grueling, dude. And he was there all day, bro, from like 12 to like 12 at night, solid, nonstop. So, but it was cool. That was another thing we had, tattoo art.
I'm curious about the club. Like,
Talking about monster, but that's not.
What's that?
What are the requirements to get into the club?
The requirements are you have to have a 650 and above motorcycle. Typically, it's not a credit score. Typically, most motorcycle clubs, MCs, outlaw MCs, or 1% clubs, they like you to ride Harleys or that type of motorcycle. Ours, we don't diversify. We don't care what you ride as long as it is above a 650 so you can keep up with the rest of the pack. We're running 70, 80 miles an hour, you know.
I'm doing 90,
85.
Yeah,
You know how I rode that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's best to have a outlaw style bike to keep up with a pack like that, or I would say that style, because for the long rides, the crotch rocket does not work. For like a V-Rod, a stretched out bike like this, it's not fun.
You can
But,
do it. You
you can do it. You'll be hurting. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I used to have like 5 bikes at one time. My wife made me sell them all. I still love her, but now I got one only. But I mean, dude,
nice,
if
though.
you ride a crotch, dog, like I love all bikes. Like I mean, it doesn't make it be Harleys, Indians, you know, whether all the crotch rockets, dude. I even got a mini bike. I love all bikes, and you know, to me, dude, if you're on 2, like, bro, there's nothing like it. So it doesn't matter to me what you ride. You know, if you're on, you're on, dude. And so, but it's harder to ride long distance on a crotch than a cruiser, bro. That's why I got a cruiser Cadillac, dog. I got radio. I got a saddlebag. I got to throw in beer in there. But yeah, definitely spoiled.
Man, you said mini bikes, man.
Dude, there's a mini bike scene up in Corpus, dude.
Yeah.
There's like 60 little zine, dude.
Tell them they come out to one of our.
Bro, try to mess with one of them, bro. You'll be having like, 50 little kids on you, dude. Like fucking beat
Like
you
midget
up.
wrestling and shit,
Bro.
man.
In circles.
They're running deep, dude. Them little mini bikes. I
they
seen
are,
them, bro.
I see them everywhere around, especially in Molina. I
Yeah,
see them
dude,
going up
there's
and
a
down.
shitload of them.
How many is there?
Get one, bro.
Well, they have 60. I saw a post. I know one of the dudes who does a meetup, and there was 60 little bikes like last weekend, dude. They met up, dude. I was like, damn, dog.
If I get a mini bike, I'm gonna like Big E on that motherfucker.
So recently we had a bike night. We were trying to get them to come out. We wanted to meet those guys and see them, because we know that they're deep. We've heard them. I live off by Everhard, in between Everhard and Staples, and I can hear them running up.
So
and
we
down
still
the
want you to come out. Mini bike culture.
Right?
Yeah, we'd love to check out.
welcome,
Corpito
dude.
chapter. Calaveras. Hit us up, brother.
Y'all can do a bike night, dude, for the mini bikes, dog. And do mini sliders, boy.
Yeah.
Mini sliders, by Vago.
Trademark. Yeah.
Mini sliders, do some mini corn dogs.
Mini everything,
Bro,
bro.
everything mini, dog.
Mini trucks.
Instead of like chicken legs, we'll do the little wings, like the little legs.
There you go, dude.
What's up,
Mini,
monster?
mini tacos.
What up?
Shout out to Big E.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, man, it's gonna be badass, bro. You know Monster, right?
Which one? Monster from Alice?
No, he's from here, Corpus.
Oh yeah.
He got deported.
Did he just got deported?
Yeah, he got deported maybe like 2-3 months ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah,
I didn't know
went,
that.
He went to go report, and they said, "Nah, dude, vámonos, dude. Just fucking take him to
Damn,
Mexico,
dude.
bro."
Pinche trompito.
You know that, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, pobre vato, bro. It's sad because his
Oh,
kid was
yeah,
born
dude.
afterwards, and his wife
Man,
is
that
here,
sucks,
and
bro.
that fucking sucks, man.
Dude, that's so fucked up, dude. Like, I don't know, man. I feel it's real fucked up where, they're reporting people that only know about our country, right?
Yeah.
And they were brought here, or came when they were super little. And there's a lot of stories of people who have been deported, and they're having to do these new lives where they know nothing about that area or that culture. It's putting them in a fucked up place, bro. And so, dude, my heart goes out to everybody in that situation,
Yeah, it's
dude. And
fucked up.
it shouldn't be that way. And I'm the only way that we can change that though is obviously by being active and voting and making sure that your rights are voiced, man.
Yeah.
And so to me it's fucked up, bro. Because my wife, we have a house in the valley too, dude, and I haven't seen as much here in Corpus, right? But dude, down there, dude, you ain't got guys making homes because they're picking up people off the sites. You don't have they're hitting bakeries, taquerias. These aren't bad people, bro. They're good, hardworking people, bro, just trying to make a living. And for them to be taken away, bro, it's so fucked up, dude. And so my heart goes out to all of them.
Yeah, it's sad, man. You know, I mean, I know some people should get deported, but there's a lot that they're just good people, man. It's fucked up.
Dude, but who's gonna do that work, dude?
No shit.
I mean, think about it, bro. You say, "Oh, they're taking our job." Shit, you are not gonna do that job, bro. You know. Yeah, you pouring concrete, framing houses, roofing, painting, bro. Everybody's blasting corridos. They ain't listening to nothing else out there in them job sites.
So before I was a trophy husband, I worked offshore in the oil field for 18 years.
Yeah.
And we had a bunch of guys from Mexico, and they're hardworking guys. They send all their money home, and all they'd use money for was just to travel back over here and go back home.
Yeah.
And build
Bud
their house
Light or
over there and
Modelo.
work. And I mean, it's a lifestyle that you grow to get accustomed to, and you take that away from somebody. I mean, you're not just hurting just that one person; you're hurting the whole entire family.
Yeah, man, it's bad.
Yeah, no, that. So shout out to everybody dealing through that, man. My heart goes out to y'all, and prayers y'all come back home soon.
All right, we got 1 minute left, man. Anything y'all want to say before we end it?
Calaveras forever. Forever Calaveras.
Hey, and thank you for having us, bro. And thanks
we
to
appreciate it.
obviously Dust for having this cool ass studio,
hell yeah,
dude.
man.
That dude's a fucking OG, fucking visionary, dog. His place is so cool. If you've never been in this place, it is awesome, dude. So shout out to Dust, and thanks for having us on, bro.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go check out your
Appreciate it.
spot, bro.
Hell
I
yeah,
went to Vago earlier today, number 2, and all y'all, that was good too. So I'm gonna go check out your spot, man. And I encourage you, if you need help, call me 361-816-3582. Don't lose your case.
All right, remember, go ahead and end it. We'll see y'all next time, man. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.